start कीजिए. Okay. Now the fifth chapter that is related to the 100 dresses. Now the title indicates that there should be 100 type of dresses. Generally, we judge the people, those who are living around us, on the basis of his wealth, money, and positions. Is there any important value in a person to look for it? Every person has his own skill, own value. There is something hidden inside, and that will appear when it will come in the way. Really, this story is really an emotional story. Really, it is an emotional story that is related to a poor young Polish who goes to school in America. And in the school of America, what problems does she feel? Now in the next paragraph you will read. Polish, now meaning of Polish. It has also meaning of the polish, to polish the shoe. But Polish is the inhabitant of the Poland. Really, the girl was related to the Poland, but her family migrated to America. And this was the reason that it is said a Polish girl. Now it is a matter when he goes to school, how do his friends react to see her? What was the different thing between them? In what respects she was different than other girls? Now here, the Polish American community in the United States, the kingdom. Immigrants means the foreigner, the person who comes from other country, the person who comes from other country as stable there, that is called also immigrants. The first Polish immigrant came to America in 1608. After that, a large wave of Polish came in the early 20th century. It means Polish foreigner came to America in 1608, and a large wave, the largest wave of Polish immigrants came early in the 20th century. When 1 million Polish migrate to United States, the Paul did not have their own state. They were identified on the basis of their caste. It was the way of recognizing, of the way of identifying him. Really, Poles, immigrants, established in Chicago and its suburbs, outer streets of the city, Upanagar, I'm sure of, so said. Really, it was called the largest Pole city next to Poland, Chicago, where the Pole established. This city, the population of the city was crowded with the Poles, and so it is called the largest Pole city next to Poland. But there was a discrimination. Between them. As you know, according to the census of 2000 in United States, 6,76,414, 6,67,414 American Poles were there. Polish and Polish language were spoken by them. But some of them were also using the English and other languages. Really, the population of the Polish was nearly 1.4%. Those who were speaking Polish language, and the others, percentage of the others people who were speaking other language were 0.25. Now it is a story about a poor girl of Polish, and her name was Wanda Petronisky. Wanda Petronisky was the name of a Polish girl. See, now it was today, it was Monday. Wanda was not on her seat. Nobody noticed her absence in the class. Whereas there were two girls named Peggy and Mary did not notice her absence because these two girls because these two girls were always mocking at her. They were making fun. They like to make fun with Wanda. Generally, Wanda sat in the corner of the last bench, by the side of the window. And the room was 13. In 13th room, Wanda used to sit at the last row of the bench in the corner by the side of the window. In that very row, some rough students were forced to sit because they were not taking interest in education. They were not obtaining marks that were necessary, and so such type of students were compelled to sit at the last bench. They were making the noise by rubbing with her feet on the floor, and dust of the floor flew in the class. Really, it was completely a dirt. Wanda did not sit there because she was noisy and rough. On the other hand, she was very calm and quiet. Rarely she uttered single word. Nobody had heard her laughing in the class or outside in a loud voice. But sometimes she twisted her mouth into a crook, a smart. Really, nobody knew what was the reason that Banda used to sit last of the bench. Because she used to come to school from Boggin's height, and her feet were usually caked with dry muds. The time, it means there were so many girls in that very school. They always tried to make fun with her. They were also, they means their friend, her friends, also started mocking at her inside the room as well as outside of the room. When they were coming back from the school, and when they were going to the school in the morning, they wanted an opportunity to make a fun, to mock to her. The 2 or 3 girls who were talking with her started laughing to see her. Sometimes they waited outside of the school to have a make fun with her, and in doing so, sometimes they became late. But on the next day, on Tuesday, Wanda did not come. Nobody noticed about her absence. But on Wednesday, Peggy and Mandel, the two girls of that very class, who were sitting in front of the road, and they always obtained good marks. Two did not notice her absence, but they became restless to know about Wanda. What was the reason that she was absent from the school? Peggy was the most popular girl in the school because she was very good to look at. She had many different types of dresses, and Maddie was her closest friend. Really, due to the absence of Wanda, Peggy and Maddie become late. They had waited and waited her, really only to make a fun with her. Really, in the room 13, there were so many students as well as the girls. But their names, they are very simple, as Thomas, Smith, Allen. But there was also a boy whose name was Bounce. When like this, the girl, it means Bande, Patronis was the name. It was the big name to utter. Really, it was a funny name. It was a funny name, and so they also tried to make fun with her. Vanda usually came to school alone and went back. She always wore a faded blue dress that was clear, that was tidy, but it was not properly ironed. Really, she had not any friend, but a lot of girls talked to her. Sometimes her friends encircled her and started laughing at her. And at that time, when the girls were playing a hopscotch game, Peggy, in a very respectable words, uttered, Wanda. By saying that, how many dresses does she have? She announced 100. Wow! She exclaimed, and the playing friends were also exclaimed to hear it. They stopped playing and started staring at him, at her. Ah, 100 dishes they are lined up in the in the cupboard in the almari. Yes. What type of dress? They are they are made of velvet. Velvet? 100 is a velvet. And all lined up in her chest. Clothes. 100 dresses. Obviously, only dress Vanda had was the blue one. Or every day. So he used the word 100. Again, question was there. How many pairs of shoes? 60 pairs of shoes of different colors. To hear this, they all bewildered. Because every pair is different in all colors and they were all lined up. Peggy become the expert of that very play that was going to be played by her friends in the school by the name of Hopscotch. Now some questions. Oh.